I wonder if he's hoppy.
He has seen things.
I wonder if he's hoppy though. April hoppy. Alright, well they are about to start a show over here. They have shows every hour on the hour. So we got refills in our souvenir cup. And we're going to learn about
Bird, snakes, and tortoise.
a bird, a snake, and a tortoise.
I like turtles.
Doing the rainforest review show for you guys today. You can probably hear a few of our guests in the back currently. They're very excited to come out and meet you guys.
There's a bird throwing a temper tantrum.
Yes, it is a bird throwing a temper tantrum. That is correct. Very good statement. So we're going to be bringing you guys some animals from the treetops down to the rainforest floor. Our guest in the back is probably going to do that the whole first part of the show, which is totally fine. So our first guest that's going to be making her way out here, if she wants to. Like we said, today is a training session, so we're going to go based off of the birds. We use positive reinforcement here, so if they don't want to come out or if they want to throw a temper tantrum in the back, that's all right. We won't negatively reinforce them, but we will. There she is. So this is Oprah. She is a blue and gold macaw. They actually have the largest range of macaws. They are found in North Central and another part of South America. So out of the 16 macaw species, they have the largest range. So they are actually of the least concern of all of the species. She did a great job of moving her way out here. That's an A to B behavior that we train with them. So she's a very, very smart animal. So like I said, they are of the least concern of all the macaw species. But just because they are of least concern, Oprah's wild counterparts actually are having a population decline, and that population decline is due based on pet trade and deforestation. A lot of their homes are getting taken down. But Oprah, do you think that people should have macaws as pets? No, they definitely should not. She knows. These guys are extremely intelligent animals. They actually have the intelligence of a 3-year-old, and they can live up to human years. So who does not want a 3-year-old for 70 years, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't. I definitely don't. But she has what we call zygodactyl feet. So that just means she has 2 toes in the front and 2 toes in the back. And that's how she maneuvers herself. You can see her working her way down, putting her foot up like that. It helps her when she's eating nuts or fruits. She can eat with one foot and then clutch onto the perch with the other foot. Yep, she's throwing a temper tantrum today, which is totally fine. As she's working her way to the back, notice her eye color, or she might stay out here with us. So that eye color is actually how you can tell whether she's a juvenile or an adult. Do you guys think that Oprah is an adult?
I think she's juvenile.
You think that she's a juvenile? Well, she's actually turning 30 this year.
Wow.
And you guys are able to tell that based on her eye color. So she has a beautiful light gray eye coloring. Now that coloration is what they have when they are adults. When they are juveniles, they usually have a brown coloration that over time will fade. So that's something you guys can keep an eye out on our other macaw species.
Bye, Oprah.
Yeah, she can work her way out. She's like, can I get that treat a little bit earlier? But she did a great job today, and our other guest star has finally quieted down in the back. So our next guest is actually from Indonesia. She is a umbrella cockatoo, very, very energetic, loves lots of attention, so feel free to get excited when you see her. This is a new stage setup for her, so she's kind of learning and working through some stuff right now. So if it takes her a little bit to get out, bear with us. Yeah, there she is. Her name is Maxine, and like I said, she's a white cockatoo or umbrella cockatoo.
Oh, I love Maxine.
Yeah, she's excited to see you guys today. She's making good use of her zygodactyl feet. She has the same ones just like Oprah does, and they help her to maneuver her way down and move around.
She's broken.
Yeah, she likes to move. She likes to do what she wants, right? 3-year-olds. 70 years. Keep that in mind. So what they call that on the top of her head is her beautiful crest. That's what she uses when she's super excited or something's new to her or she's surprised. That's kind of what she's going to do. She's going to show that off. Now, something that you guys can look at for them is also the eye color, but it's different. It's not talking about a juvenile versus an adult. It's talking about a male or a female. Maxine here is a female, and she actually has a red iris, whereas males have more of a brown iris. So that's something that you guys can always look at. So, hi, she's like, how can I get to you? They are very affectionate. They love people. She specifically loves Megan. She's more fond of brunettes than she is of blondes. So notice what she's doing right there. She's doing a little dance. She's throwing up her crest. That's actually a mating type of thing that they will do with males and females. They'll get really excited and do that dancing behavior and show off their excitement and kind of how beautiful they are. So, yeah, she is an amazing animal. She is actually endangered due to the pet trade and deforestation, but it's mostly in the pet trade. There's actually a fourth of the world's parrots are going extinct due to the pet trade. So something that you guys can keep in mind when you guys are thinking about that, it's not necessarily just the pet trade itself that's killing them. It is the transport of one animal traveling to a different facility or getting taken out of the wild to a different place. That transportation is very, very stressful for the animals and very, very bad for them. So not ideal. Something you guys can keep in mind if you guys ever want a parrot as a pet. Know where you get it from and just know that they are a lot of commitment. You can see the second she didn't get attention or reinforcement, she was like, I'm gonna start screaming. I'm gonna quiz you guys a little bit. Can anyone tell me if this is a turtle or a tortoise?
Tortoise.
Tortoise.
Yeah, it's actually a tortoise. Turtle. That's what I was going to say. It is a tortoise. This is a Burmese mountain tortoise. This is actually our conservation animal of the month. They are very conservationally significant. They are actually endangered in the wild. And I'll tell you guys why in a little bit. They are the largest tortoise in Asia. They're found in Southeast Asia, and they're actually the fourth largest tortoise overall. Now this one's a little baby, so she still has a lot of growing to do, but she can get up to 100 pounds. So she's gonna get a lot bigger. I probably won't be bringing her to the stage in that way. It'll be too much of an arm workout for the day. But she has a lot of cool adaptations that allow her to survive in the wild. One of those, if you guys check out the front of her head, she actually can't tuck herself in the whole way like box turtles can. So she has these sharp spikes right here that kind of stick out. So if a predator does come at her from the front, she'll tuck herself as much as she can, and those spikes will stick out to kind of deter the predator. Then if you guys check out along her side here, she has these serrations on her shell. Those are actually pretty sharp depending on which animal. So if that predator does come up from the side and try to get her, they're gonna get that in their mouth, and it is not gonna feel good whatsoever. Now, my favorite part to talk about is their different adaptations right on the back of their butt. So if you check out their little tail right here, she has two sharp spikes right here that I can easily move. Now those spikes are very, very mobile. So if a predator does come up from behind, or if she's trying to get away, she's not the fastest little animal out there. Believe it or not, that's her running. So she can't get away too fast. So if the predator does catch onto her and latch on from the back, those sharp spikes are gonna go right into its mouth, and if it tries to move at all, they're gonna move with it, and it is not going to feel good. It'll probably deter the predator enough to be like, I'm gonna go and try to find an animal that's softer and not as sharp. So do you guys think that she can feel this when I'm touching the top of the shell?
Yes. Nerves in their shell.
Yeah, so yeah, you can feel it. If you guys take your hands and touch your knees, that's actually what she's feeling. It's because her ribs and her spine are fused to the top of the shell, so it kind of allows her for that extra sense of touch, which is very, very fun. Now, all the adaptations that they had against predators do nothing against humans. So like I said, they are endangered. They are actually critically endangered, and that is because of the pet trade and meat trade primarily. People will hunt these guys down and believe that their meat has medicinal purposes. So that's something that you guys can do, is to know all of your products, including medical products. Know where it comes from, and that might be able to help animals in the wild. So something to always think about. I'm gonna go ahead and put this little cutie back, and we'll move on to our final animal of the rainforest. There is no reason to be scared of them. They are quite great animals, and they are great for the environment. Can anyone tell me what type of snake this is?
It looks like maybe a constrictor.
It is a boa constrictor. This is a Brazilian rainbow boa. So, you guys might be wondering about the name a little bit. They are found in Brazil, that's where they get the first part of their name. But the rainbow boa is usually what throws people off. It's actually not that they have rainbows on them. It is based on how their scales are formed. So their scales are formed in a certain way that when a light hits them, it creates a type of prism and it will refract light that's similar to a rainbow. You notice it most when he's wet, and the coloration, you guys can kind of see it when I move him around a little bit. Maybe at the end of the show, you'll be able to come up and get a little bit of a closer look. But that is where he gets the rainbow part of his name. Now he is a boa, so a boa constrictor. Do you guys think that he's venomous?
No.
No, definitely not. I would not be holding him like this if he were venomous. He is a boa constrictor, so when he finds his prey, he can actually swallow something the biggest part of his body, so about that big. So probably a small mouse or a rat. When he finds that, he's going to go ahead and latch on and wrap himself up really tightly around it, giving it a nice big hug or a nice big squeeze that will probably last till the end of its days. And then he's going to go ahead and swallow its prey whole. He's actually able to do that because his jaw is not formed like ours. He actually has an extra bone right where his ear would be that allows him to open his mouth to around 150 degrees. If we could do that, we could swallow a watermelon whole, which is pretty fun to think about on a nice hot day like today.
Agreed.
Yeah. So Oz here is pretty much the full length he's going to get. He might grow another foot or so, but not too much. And this length is nothing compared to his great ancestor, Titanoboa, who lived way back when and was the size of a school bus. I don't know about you guys, but if I saw a snake running around that was the size of a school bus, I would probably be out of here. Now, do you guys know how to tell the difference between a venomous and a non-venomous snake?
Fangs.
Fangs. Any other guesses?
Their eyes.
Their eyes. Maybe their head shape. A lot of people say coloration or pattern. In the wild, a lot of things that are toxic, poisonous, or venomous are usually bright colors, but actually a lot of animals use that to kind of make a bluffing type of behavior, and they bluff that they're venomous or toxic. So we actually have an animal called a blue-tongued skink that has a bright blue tongue, the same pattern, and the same head shape as one of the most venomous snakes in Australia called the death adder, and it is not venomous whatsoever, but it makes itself seem like it so it can survive in the wild. So I'm here to tell you guys that there are two really good ways to be able to tell the difference between a venomous and a non-venomous snake. The first way is to be able to identify your snakes. So when I brought Oz out here today, if you guys could have been like, oh, that's a Brazilian rainbow boa, if you guys would be golden, you know your snakes, you're able to put all those different factors together and identify him, then you guys would be good to go. Now, if you guys aren't able to identify the snake, the next best option is probably to have someone else hold it first. So, since I'm holding him first and you guys have been an awesome audience today, you guys will get to come up here and pet Oz at the end of the show if you would like to. You do not have to. We won't force anyone. Now, here at the Alligator Farm, we have been committed to conservation for over 125 years. We hold ourselves to extremely high standards of animal care to contribute to the bigger pictures of wildlife conservation and what we're doing today. Education. We want to educate you guys on ways that you can help these amazing animals. So things like knowing the products that you are buying, or recycling, or buying more sustainable products, things like that are going to help these animals immensely. If you guys have any questions on other ways, feel free to ask me or check out our website. You guys can always ask Maxine too, right? She's like, what are you holding? So our next show is going to be at 3 o'clock. It's going to be an alligator feeding right out at our lagoon, and it's definitely fun. It blew me away the first time I saw it, so I hope you guys check it out. If you guys would like to come up here and pet Oz, feel free. We'll do a single file line, and you guys can do 2 fingers down his back and then wash your hands afterwards, all right? Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day here at the farm. So go ahead and do 2 fingers.
Oh, it's tickled.
Pretty cool. Most people think that they would be slimy, but actually they're quite smooth.
We love these shows. Honestly, as many times as we have seen a show, we have learned something new every single time. We've met so many creatures and so many keepers. It's something that's very cool to experience. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. From our zoo to yours, love, hugs, and belly rubs. Bye.